let's do this fucking shit.
Welcome to episode number 175. I am your one of your hosts, Robert Villa, and the other host out here is Dave Rodriguez, Mark Andrew Miller, and president of FightBook MMA, Rudy Lara. We got a big show tonight, fellas. But before we get into that, quick shout out to HKA USA. Go to hkausa.com. Show your support to them as they show support to FightBook MMA and Sitting Ringside. To our partners that we work with, the MMA promotions, just go out there, click the link at the website at FightbookMMA.com, and you'll be able to see who we work with very close, like Brave, One Championship, XFN. So go check them out. We are going to be working really, really close with a new promotion out in Indonesia. Look out, guys. We're going to be working really close with IFL. Big things are happening with this promotion, so we're gonna kill it, man. Shout outs to the people that we work with all the live streams with Flow Combat, Fight TV, ESPN, The Zone, and MMA TV. Go check them out. Not only at our website, but go look them up on their platform as well. Go and support them. And our guest for tonight is POWERSLAP fighter, Mr. Waylon Frost. We're going to be talking to him about his past two fights, his knockouts, what's next for him, what he loves to do for fun, which I know, Rudy, you're going to love it. So he'll let us know what's up with what he does. Let's get on it, guys.
You're on with that. Sitting Ringside, boys. FightBook MMA. Roberto, myself, Dave Rodriguez, Rudy Lara, our producer, and our Canadian affiliate, Mark Andrew Miller. Man, welcome to the show.
Hell yeah. Thanks for having me, guys. Happy to be here.
Yep.
Right on. Well, like we always do, man, we love introducing our guests on the show. Obviously you're a POWERSLAP fighter. Two knockouts in your first, you got a knockout on your first POWERSLAP 1, and then your other knockout here at POWERSLAP 2. Talk to us about that journey, man. Like, I know in your past interviews, I'm sure you say the same thing all the time, but
right.
Different crowd, different environment here with us, and different people that listen or watch.
Yeah. Absolutely,
talk
man.
To us,
So,
man. Why POWERSLAP or slap fighting in general? Because you don't even have MMA fights under your belt yet.
right. No. So, I don't have any like sanctioned fights or with any promotions or anything. But yeah, I just enjoy like combat sports. Just basically just because I like to challenge myself and I like to do like masculine stuff. And like the adrenaline, things like that. So. Basically, I trained Jiu-Jitsu and boxing, and I'm sure you guys heard this, but Donovan Cross, he was out there for like the very first slap event ever in March of 2022, and he got a couple wins. So I don't know if it was Frank or one of the guys with POWERSLAP had asked him, who would you refer? Do you have anybody? So Donovan gave my number, and one of the guys I usually walk around probably like 185, 190, but when they called, they said they needed more welterweights. So I said, let's do it. I honestly had no idea what it was going to be. Basically until right up before I was flying out there, I found out it was going to be, for UFC and this and that. I really had no idea. I thought I was just going to go slap some people, at any event just to make some money. Cause that's basically what Donovan told me. He was like, man, we're going to go slap the shit out of people for a bunch of money. So I was like, let's try it. And, I get out there and, I'm at the hotel and I'm meeting these people and it just got really fast, put us on a bus. We went to the Apex and there's Dana and Frank standing there. And yeah, it just got really quick. And I was like, let's go. You know, it was go time. I was all in as soon as I got there.
Yeah, too. And also, Waylon, no, congrats on the win, man. You've been showing out there, and it was lovely to see Trujillo out there as a coach. He was on the show, him and Travis. So we had a great chat with them. We know about them, also being MMA fighters as well. They got the opportunity to get called out to Vegas. I got to ask you about the treatment. Like, I seen Trujillo rolling a limo, and like they're taking care of you guys out there rolling out to Vegas. So share what is a little bit things that they did different from 1 to 2 as far as treatment of you guys taking care of y'all.
So I mean, I guess basically from PowerSlap 1 to PowerSlap 2, like the 2 live events, you know, it's really not much change between those two. I mean, you know, they pay for your flights, get to fly in, they have a driver for you, and you know, they make you feel like a star. Absolutely. You know, they take you to the hotel and everything, put you up in a nice hotel and casino. And yeah, I mean, it's great. There wasn't a huge change from the 2 live events, but the big change was from when we went out there for the actual show, you know, for the qualifying matches and then to move into the house, because at that point it was completely different. You know, we couldn't have our phones. We had no access to any, you know, internet. We couldn't talk to any family members. We were like locked down because we were there just, you know, for the show. So that was the biggest change. But I can tell you that, like, they go above and beyond. They treat you so well. Everybody that has anything to do with the UFC or SLAP organization, they are like, you know, top level. They take care of you very well. Super nice people, all very down to earth. So yeah, absolutely, it's been great.
It's unlimited howlerhead, huh?
Yeah, unlimited howlerhead, absolutely. So you know what's funny is I got into the howlerhead like one of my last nights there, and they didn't show it on the show, and yeah, there was a couple of guys that were getting into that howlerhead, but I think they kind of made it all about Azael, you know, getting into it. But yeah, unlimited howlerhead, Monster Energy, Slate Milk, you know, all these sponsors, they just have it right on deck for you. So
yeah, I mean, and they don't expect you guys to get in a fight after feeding you all that shit. That's fucking crazy, dude.
You know what the funny thing is I was telling these guys, it's like, you know, they wanted the shit talking, you know, especially in the house, because they got to push the show and they need content. And on these guys, it's like, so they mix, you know, everybody has this, you know, pent up aggression already from not talking to their families and everything, and then you add alcohol and you add the shit talking, and they want all this, but at the same time they tell you, you know, you get to do all this, but you can't fight. So for me, it's kind of like, you know, like throwing gasoline on a fire and like expecting the flames not to get bigger. You know what I'm saying? It was just crazy. But I mean, we made it through there. There was definitely some fights, but it was a great time.
Who was the biggest shit talker in the house?
Biggest shit talker. Biggest shit talker. You know, man, Azael would talk a lot of shit, but here's the thing with Azael is, like, the first night or two, he would talk some shit, you know, and he was getting a little out of hand. But it got to a point to where, like, the guys just wanted to pick at him because they knew he had like an issue and he was already the dude who embarrassed himself. So the guys would just continue to pick at him and they'd force him, you know, to want to come out and be that dog. So they made it look like the entire time like he's just this drunk asshole.
Yeah.
But the second half, it was really just him defending himself as a man. So the most shit talking was definitely come from Azael, but it was, you know, it wasn't all just him being an asshole.
Yeah, I would agree with that, man. I was like, man, they seem to want to fuck with this guy, and then seem you know, surprised that he defends himself, but whatever, man.
I know.
People are weird.
Yeah, I didn't like try to make him look like an asshole for defending himself. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
Yeah, no, we had like I said, we had Travis on, we had Robert, so it's good to hear and have you guys on, because like Rudy's been following it since inception. This is a very heavy MMA show, very heavy on the UFC side. So when this came about, like I know there's a bunch of harsh critics out there, and like, you know, it's getting better and better, and like people are. I got asked to, like you said, Michael Bisping went and had did Dana White do like the same thing, like a pep talk, how he does with all the fighters, like a fighter meeting? Was it Bisping the one that did it for you?
It was the Bisping that came in and like gave us like that little pep talk. But Dana would kind of, you know, when we were all there for like weigh-ins or this and that, you know, Dana would come in, say a few words, and just tell us like, hey, like, you know, right now is your opportunity. Like, seize this moment. Don't screw this up, because this is life-changing opportunity for you. So, the ones of us that listened and took it seriously, it absolutely has been. But Michael Bisping, I think it's less of like a fighter prep talk and just more of him wanting to go in there and just have fun with everybody. He's just like a fun dude. He came into my locker room, like before the very first slap I did. He came into our locker room and he slapped Jesse Nutting and he punched me in the gut, and like he's just there just having a good time, man. Like yeah, it wasn't really like maybe he's trying to hype us up or fire us up, but it definitely wasn't no like motivational speech, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's a cool cat, man. Really down to earth guy, man.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah, it sounds definitely like a Michael Bisping thing he would do, and I just love to hear him as a commentary, man. Like I know DC was there the first time. Robert was telling us about his interaction with DC and them guys. So yeah, it's very cool stuff, man. Because we still are in the early stages. Like I said, a lot of people, a lot of harsh criticism, a lot of haters, right, Rudy? So I mean, we're glad to have you on, though. I'm glad you're able to make the time, no Waylon, because yeah, we were supposed to have Dorian on last week. He canceled last minute. We'd love to hear about him, but I'm glad to have you on this week. I know we talked about it last Thursday, possibly maybe getting you on, right?
Yeah, no, hell yeah. I love being here, man. I like this. I love these podcasts, talking about fighting. Like, I love these communities, I feel like there's needs to be more of us, man, because it's like fighting, combat, it's just like it's in our human nature. And I think people try to suppress it, but it's just part of, human nature.
Yeah. Well, that's why we do our show, man. I mean, all four of us, we've always been talking in chat, and, me and Rudy and David at first, and we were like, you know what? Instead of just talking, why don't we just have a podcast and just talk about it?
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
We're 175 episodes in, and we still love it, bro. And I don't think we've ever done a recorded episode. It's always been live.
Yeah.
So, I think that's where it's a lot to us. It's more fun doing it live because you get to see the raw,
exactly
the mistakes that we get to do, and
exactly. It's like
we keep it real, instead of editing it and cutting it. Yeah. It's very genuine. We always tell our guests, look, we are live, and we're not like your typical podcast. Well, we fucking cuss, and we're just four dudes that love to talk shit.
Yeah, sometimes Mark whips his balls out to the guests.
What? It's kind of real, brother. Hey, man.
Some Canadian thing, bro.
Keep it real. I'm down with it.
It is a Canadian thing. It is.
He's like, hey, you want to see what Canadian bacon looks like? And he whips it out.
Oh my God.
I gotta censor that shit out right now. Canadian bacon.
Oh my God.
Hey, and Waylon, too, about the previous event, like I know you showed out big time, but I know they asked Dana a lot of questions about, like, of course they're figuring things out event to event, but I know there's a lot of fouls, the AJ fight, you know what I mean, and what happened to Davis, right? And then just like, I don't know, like, what was your take? I mean, you end up watching all the matches, I'm sure, and then like everybody's looking at you. You had one of the few just one-shot KOs out there just shining. So, but yeah, it's a work in progress. But having guys like you, I mean, because I know, in the near future, there's probably a title shot for you coming up too, right?
I'm hoping, man. We're figuring that out. Yeah, we'll see as far as that title shot goes. It's a little weird in our division right now. I mean, I'm sure you guys are following us. You understand what's going on with our champion right now. He's on the shelf, so there's not going to be any title fights, for at least this next one in July. And I don't know, when he'll be back. And it's kind of irking me. And, Frank and them, they know that. Like, it's really fucking irking me that, this dude sitting on the shelf and can't go. And we have to continue to go and not have that one just because of his mistake. So it's like, as far as the title fight goes, we'll have to see.
Does that make you want to slap the shit out of him even more?
Man, I'm telling you. And like the thing is, like, it's not Chris's fault. Like it's not on Chris. I'm not like directing this at Chris. He won that belt and whatever. But the thing is, like, the rest of us fighters, like, I've won 2 fights at number 1 now, and I got to win the number 1. I have to win a 3rd fight already being ranked number 1 before I get. It's just not making a lot of sense to me. But, you know, like, I'll respect their decisions. I'm not here to like bash on, you know, Frank's decisions, whoever makes these decisions, but it is irking me. I will tell you that. And I don't know what's going to happen. I wish I had more answers for you guys. But as far as the fouls go, especially in that John Davis match, because John Davis is like our like true example of like a true champion. That dude works his ass off and he's a professional. So I did not expect to see like all the fouls and everything going on in his match, because, you know, he stepped two and he wasn't throwing the cleanest strikes either. So I didn't expect to see that, especially in the championship match. But Wesley Drain, man, he let that thing, he had that on the silver platter and he let it fall right out of his hands. I don't know. All he had to do was land clean slaps, man, and not foul, and it was in the bag. So that's got to be irking him too, knowing that it was right there. But as far as all the fouls we saw, I was surprised that there was more this round than there was in Power Slap 1, because, you know, we've all been improving. But the Russell thing, not a lot of us are surprised, because, I mean, Russell will say it himself, like, you know, he just wants to knock AJ out, like, you know, and we've all told him, like, Russell, you got to keep it clean, you know, keep your feet down. And he just wanted to knock dude out. So I wasn't really surprised there that he couldn't keep it clean.
Fucking guy.
Fucking guy, man, I'm telling you.
How about the I noticed because it was the first time anybody had really seen it, because even Biz being pointed out, like the lean technique, like up against the table. Like, what did you know? Like, that's always been a legal thing you could do. I did not know.
You know, I don't know. Because I've seen it too. Like Wesley Drain just brought him up. Like, if you watch him, every single time he's leaning on that table, he's all the way over it. I mean, he's leaning on it, and they never say anything. And you'll see sometimes they're inconsistent. Each ref kind of has their own idea of how they want the fight to go. So you'll watch Herzog. Herzog really isn't that keen on pushing the defender up against the table. He really doesn't care that much. But you'll see like Mark Smith or, you know, one of those guys, they'll like, hey, you have to be up against the table. So it's different rules every time. I'm still not 100% on whether you can lean or you can't. You know, like you guys know, this is a sport that we're still figuring out. So we're going to see a lot of discrepancies, and hopefully it can all get cleared up, you know, sooner rather than later.
But wouldn't you think that leaning on the deal is not helping you at all with the torque and the power? I mean, because you're leaning on something. So if you're turning to slap, I mean, you're not, I don't know, like, to me, I feel like that's not a big help. And plus, you're leaning towards the fighter, so it's not like you have that full range of motion with your hand to slap the guy.
So I think that's probably why they always set the defender first. The dude who's taking the hit, they always make sure he's set first. That way, you know, if he's up against the table or if he's a step back, the striker's able to measure, you know, and then the defender can't move at that point. So I think for me, I wouldn't want to lean on the table. Like, I never have leaned on the table when I was taking a hit, because I learned in my first fight with Chris Thomas, I learned that you don't want your body to be like stiff. You don't want to be completely locked out, because you need that energy to be able to flow. You got to be able to absorb that energy somehow. So even my fight against Alex Asbury, if you see me, I'm up there like my chest is out, my neck is stiff, my legs are completely locked, and it's just like, it was a horrible way, man. It's like I probably had the absolute worst form as far as taking the hit. Like, I was just asking to get knocked out. Still couldn't do it. But
stiff as a board.
Yeah, I was stiff as a board. It was horrible. So as you can see, like, especially my fight against Slap Jesus, like, I'm a lot looser up there. My knees are bent, and I learned how to take them. But I don't think leaning against the table would help anybody. I think Darius leans against it pretty good too. But to each their own. If it works for you, it does. But I don't think I would try it.
That's strange that a lot of the refs, like you were mentioning, you know, one ref has his own idea and the next ref has his own idea. But I mean, yeah, this is a new sport, but shouldn't you be following like what exactly the rules are?
There should be some consistencies.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, I think we're definitely seeing rules get bent and not broke. But
well, even,
you know, it is what it is.
Right, and the lift also. I mean, I've seen some fighters lift a little bit. They're not turning, but I don't know, man. It's weird.
And nothing gets called. Yeah, nothing gets called. Yeah, you're right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey man, referee's discrepancy. But go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, no. I noticed there's a different shoe you guys were wearing. Like, what is that? Like a different sponsor or like an outfitter with that? Because I know before it was like how Robert Trujillo described it, like the lunch
Walmart
lady
shoe.
shoes or the
That's how I described it, bro.
yeah, they're like the Walmart threes or whatever. But no, they are. That's actually a really nice workout shoe. I don't know where they got it, but I think that they just had enough of the fighters complaining about the shoes. Just like, it's not that they were uncomfortable; they're actually really comfy. But nobody, like none of us guys, nobody would wear those shoes like out. So, we're like, man, we want to look better up on stage. Like my guy Jesus, the dude I just knocked out, like that's my dude. But like especially like he had like the white socks and like his loafers on. Kind of looks dorky, some of the stuff that they give us. Like,
yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Like these look like cafeteria fucking ortho shoes. Yeah. I don't need this shit.
Yeah, no, those are like the waiter. I guess there's so many different ways to describe those.
Hey, but you know
like
what? Any of those shoes are better than the Rock shoes. Those suck dick.
Yeah. It's funny. My brother bought a pair of those like to work out, and he wore them like twice. He's like, "Oh, I'm getting a different pair." But I know exactly what you're talking about.
That's probably about as long as they last. About 2 days, I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'm with you. But yeah, no. As far as the shoes, I think they just like heard enough of the fighters saying they want a better shoe. But also, they were a lot more strict in the first couple of events. Like we could only wear what they gave us, like from mouth guard to shoe to socks. Like we could only wear their stuff. But they're a little bit more lenient now. As long as you don't have like logos on your mouth guard, or if your shoes don't have like crazy logos, then you're gonna be good. But I almost wore my boots. I wear boots daily. Like I grew up wearing cowboy boots, and I was like, last second in the locker room, I was like, man, I'm going to wear boots or the shoes. And I wound up going with the shoes, but I think this next time I'll have my boots on.
Hell yeah.
But never a barefoot approach, right? For you, it's going to be cowboy boots and that's it, right? Or especially for the belt, right?
Yeah. I mean, I'll have to get some some like custom made ones, some custom made like ice cold tops on them or something,
That would be dope.
But
with some fucking spurs, bro.
With some fucking spurs, absolutely. With some fucking spurs, yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. We'll do something, but
just don't wear. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was like warming up in the locker room, and like I was warming up with my boots, and I just felt like my heels just were moving way too much. I was like, man, I'm not gonna risk it, so I just threw the shoes on. But next time I'll have the right pair of boots I need, and go up there looking stylish.
Hell yeah! Just don't buy those boots at the. Not to hate on my culture, but those Mexican boots with the big old pointy.
The cockroach killers.
Yeah, the sacababas, the cockroach killers.
The one that bent all the way up. That's like close to your.
God.
Oh yeah.
Those are horrible, bro. You're looking like a narco on POWERSLAP.
Hey man, might be a good look for me. Who knows?
Right? That could be your new nickname, Waylon the Narco Frost.
That's right.
Wow.
Wait, that's a good one, bro.
I like
Waylon too. I was wondering. I think I forgot. I didn't ask Robert or Travis, but do you guys have the same rule, like with the USADA testing? Like they just come show up at your door, and it has to happen like that. Or how does it work for the POWERSLAP guys?
Ooh, to be 100% honest, I don't know as far as that, if they can show up in like any time. I do know that we can be tested anytime, like if they request it, like hey, we need you to go, and we have to do that. But showing up to our door and stuff, I can't answer you 100%. I don't know.
But see, now saying it, they might just pop up in where you live in Payson, right?
Hey man,
they might be right now knocking on your door.
Come and do it. I am all natural, brother. I'm down to I am down to like I don't even. Yeah, I'm 100% natural. Like I'm not even like creatine and shit. I have the gym, and I have like testosterone building foods. Natural. I eat avocados and coconut and shit like that to build testosterone, and so they can come to my door anytime.
Yeah,
I'm on the John Jones diet.
Because that's always. I think it's a question nobody knew the answer to. So thanks for letting us know. Because I mean, as we continue, like we're definitely growing it. Dana, Fertitas, everybody's putting a lot into you guys. And I know July 3rd is the next event, right? So
7th.
Is it 7? Okay, so is there plans for you to compete on there, or has been any opponent discussed? Or?
So yeah, you know, like I was actually talking to Frank today. Like I said, we're working on it. We talked today, and there's like discussions of, you know, what we're looking for, and like we didn't confirm anything yet. I still have to talk to him, so I don't want to say too much on here because I think you guys kind of know my situation and what I'm trying to get out of it. So, I have been invited to the card, but we're going to see if it works for both sides.
Awesome. Yeah, no, that's good to hear. I mean, you're talking to the man himself, and I know how that goes. And as far as you and your career going forward, we know you want that title shot, but be awesome to see you turn it right back around and get out there. And sucks you got to wait and stay, you know, on deck and take another fight, which yeah, I'd love to see you just get out there and show out once again, brother.
I know, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, man. I mean, if the UFC's already throwing around, you know, interim belts, then why not do it for slap fighting? I mean, if the champ's not going to be able to defend it here in the near future, then throw it interim title.
Right. Or, you know, like, not to take anything away from Chris, man. Like, you know, he won the title, but like, if he's on the shelf, then, you know, make an interim champion when Chris is off the shelf, and let him come and win his belt back.
I don't know, man.
If he's the true champion, if he can take out anyone, then he can give it back and come and win it back.
If I was a champ, I would do it to prove a point. I would say I'm going to relinquish his belt, so I ain't holding shit up. And when I'm back, you know, I get the first fucking shot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, which I would be totally fine with that. Like if me and Jesus would have fought for the belt last time, and I was still holding it when he came back, then absolutely, man, come get it. You know, come. Absolutely, 100%.
I mean, that's a respectable thing to do. I mean, either way, you know, you do what you want, you know, but it's just, you know, just from my perspective, that would just be the boss thing to do, bro, and make you look even more like a fucking G.
Right. I'm with you. And the shitty thing about it is like, it's not even like, it's not Chris's fault, you know, it's not his problem. Like, you know, if they're not going to take his belt, the shitty thing about it is like, oh, you know, here, have it. Like, it makes sense on his part. I get it. It's just like for people like me who've, have been going up these rankings and feel like it's time and I have to wait because of someone else's mistake. It just really gets under my skin, you know, going up these rankings and feel like it's time. That time will come.
Yeah, for sure.
I got to ask you too, what's your future plans? I know I've heard with the Slap News.
For sure.
You've discussed Bellator as an option, or LFA. You're trying to get some MMA fights in. I know you train Jiu-Jitsu, training boxing, previous to even getting into Slap League. What do you think, man? Where would you want to fight? Like if the opportunity came knocking, Bellator, UFC Contender Series, what do you think?
I mean, like I'm probably just in the Slap organization alone. Like I'm always confident in myself, and I'll always like bet on myself. But just in the Slap organization alone, there's like guys who have more professional fighting experience and stuff than me. So as far as like UFC and those huge promotions, like it'll be a while before I can even think about that. But if I was able to get one on Bellator, because we have like here in Arizona, we have like Rage in the Cage, we got like Muay Thai fights and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So I talked to Frank about it, and Frank's like, if you want to do local promotion stuff like that, he's like, do your thing. He was just like, don't take a fight with one of these like BK, bare knuckle places, or one of these guys that want to come and just like use your name. He's like, we're not going to allow that. So we have to see what happens with this contract. I still, I just renewed my contract. So
awesome.
It's kind of, I gotta approve it through Frank. I gotta like, hey, can I do this promotion? But what I want to do is this summer, sometime probably before September, I want to have a Muay Thai fight down in Phoenix, Arizona, and then just go from there. I think if I could probably get at least 2 fights in or so. Donovan does have a good connection with Bellator, and if I can go and show out and win a couple fights, then maybe I can get a fight on Bellator and just kind of work my way up the ranks. But it's like I said, it's all going to depend on what happens with Slap and how much Frank will allow me to do, or how long I want to stay with Slap. Now it's like it's 100% straightforward. Like I want to stay with Slap and get that title, but I don't know if I want to do it forever. Maybe 2 or 3 years I'll say I just want to do boxing. I just want to do this. So but right now the focus is on Slap, and I'll be getting in some local, smaller promotion fights in time between.
Yeah. And the things you've been doing in Slap, you got plenty of eyes on you. You've been looking great. So I think you're in good hands. And I have a feeling you're going to be out there in July. So it's good to have you on, man, and share, your experience. Like I said, we're still in this early stage, but you're one guy that's out there that's got a lot of eyes on him. Should have already been a title fight book, but I'm sure they'll find a great matchup for you, though. Would love to see you make it out there again in July, man.
Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark's been too quiet. Mark, what do you have for Waylon?
So what do you think about those stuff like the Ice Wars, the pillow fight, the MMA in the phone booth, and all that kind of stuff? Like, does that stuff like intrigue you at all?
And like car jiu-jitsu and stuff like that.
Well, I mean, because look, you're connected with JT Tilly. That's our boy right there.
Right.
And he's doing that car jiu-jitsu shit. So
yeah. So car seat jiu-jitsu, probably not. But I mean, there's a few things.
Not a real fight fan.
Not a real fight fan. I mean, cars. It just feels like trying to take us. It's too many things at once. Like, I feel like
dirty.
It's like you're trying to get too much action in one thing. Like you're trying too hard. Like the car seat jiu-jitsu is. And honestly, how entertaining is it going to be to watch that? Like, be honest, would it be entertaining to watch it?
It's fucking entertaining, bro.
Is it?
To see people get choked out with a seatbelt and fighting for their life.
You can use the car?
Oh yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah, you can use the seats, anything that's in the car, you can use anything, bro.
The steering wheel, if it happens to come apart, that's your weapon of choice.
Horn with his head or something,
It's like watching, a hardcore WWE match, in a car, in my opinion.
Okay, well, man, maybe I misspoke. Maybe it is more fun than I thought it'd be. But I mean, like I said, I'm into just challenging myself, adrenaline, masculine shit. So not saying I'd probably go in and hit up JT and pursue that, but if the opportunity came calling, just like this slap thing, I wouldn't go in pursuing slapping, but if it comes calling, then fucking let's try it,
But they said, hey,
down for anything.
Waylon, we got to fight for you. You versus Gabby Garcia.
Let's fucking run it.
It'd be like roided Gabby Garcia or just regular Gabby. Either way, she's
I'd say
huge.
Run it. Embrace all challenges.
I do it, bro. I do it.
I'm gonna DM JT Tilly right now. I'm gonna say Waylon wants to fight in Jiu-Jitsu.
Tell him if he flies me out there, man. It's on.
Don't be surprised if you get a text or a phone call. So what's this shit about?
I'll be waiting on it.
Hey, what about that? What about the new sport that's out? The basketball MMA.
I saw that one, and that one would be pretty. I love basketball, so that one would probably be more intriguing to me, more fun to actually do than the car jiu-jitsu. But that one, honestly, I thought that one looks pretty cool. I hope that it can keep going, and hell yeah, I would try that one for sure. I don't know who's running that one. I don't know who the connection is.
Russians.
But I would love that one.
Hey, y'all remember that
fucking
game?
Makes sense, man.
Basket Brawl. It was just basketball, and they would fight and shit.
That's just isn't that just like prison ball though?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, yeah. You just can't shoot each other.
Yeah, actually, you can.
Well,
it's Russia.
Just don't get caught. Just don't get caught.
Just don't get caught. There you go. Hey, if the ref doesn't see it, it's clean, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Hey, and Waylon, do week in and week out, do you sit and watch every single fight on the UFC cards? Because we usually do our show. We do picks, predictions for the full card. Are you type to watch everything? PFL, Bellator, you watch it all, right?
I honestly haven't PFL and Bellator. I'm not watching every single card. So I don't watch. I'm not someone who sits down and make sure I am able to see every single fight. But I mean, pretty much every UFC card I'm watching, and when I have time and I can watch these other ones, I will.
Yeah. Right. I gotta ask you too. Have you ever ran into Conor McGregor in Vegas?
No, dude. But I ran into Michael Chandler.
Nice.
Me and Trujillo did, because Trujillo and I were out there for the talk show, after Slap or whatever. So we pull up to the Apex, and it was when, you know, all the tough guys were there. And we saw Michael Chandler, so we stopped and got a picture and chat with him for a second. But I was looking for Connor, man. I was looking for him. I wanted to like talk some shit to him or something. But yeah, like I have a lot of respect for Connor. He's, you know, he's awesome. But like, you know, if I see him, I'm definitely talking some shit.
Fuck yeah, bro. And that's what any respectable man should do, is talk shit
Absolutely.
to Conor McGregor.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Absolutely.
he'd probably respect you more than, you know, if you went up to him, hey, can I have a picture with you?
Oh yeah, no, I'm telling him I'm choking him out if I run into him.
Fuck yeah. I'd be like, what's up, bitch? You little leprechaun bitch.
That's right. I'm taking your Lucky Charms, motherfucker.
Yeah.
And I love Connor. I love Connor, bro. But, you know.
Me too. That's my guy. That's my guy.
I'll just be talking shit, bro. Talk shit.
But I mean, if I could fight anybody, man, I want Connor, because that's my guy, dude. I love me some Connor. So it's like, man, I'd love to fucking wrestle around with him.
Hell yeah, man. Speaking of wrestling, so you have a nickname, right?
A nickname?
Yeah.
Ice Cold?
Ice Cold? Okay. What do you like to do outside of this whole combat sports scene, man?
Well, I enjoy like being outdoors, really, like, you know, hunting, fishing, like going, like where I live in Payson, Arizona, we have like everything. We have like you know, creeks, rivers, lakes, you know, we're surrounded by the forest. Like I can hop on my dirt bike, you know, and then go out, you know, if like I have everything right here. So I just am a huge lover of the outdoors, and just like I'm trying to buy a side-by-side, but I'm waiting on the bank to cash my bonus check from the last event so I could buy a side-by-side. But just shit like that, being outdoors and manly shit, I guess.
Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah, I love going outdoors, man. I love fishing, hiking. You know, it's just fun, man. It's fun to get out and not have the thoughts or, you know, or anything of what's going on in life, to just enjoy the outside and just,
absolutely,
you know,
absolutely.
Fishing for me is, yeah, that's my shit right there, man.
So relaxing.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah,
and especially where I live too. But go ahead.
Yeah, no, Waylon, I'm not far from you. I work near your neck of the woods in Winslow. We might have to catch up one day, do a vlog, a day in the
hell
life,
yeah,
Waylon Frost. So yeah, that's why, man.
Absolutely.
I appreciate you. Like I reached out to you. Dorian didn't make it last week. We could have had you then, but I'm glad you made the time for us this week. Some great insight on the POWERSLAP League, and just hearing your story, man. You know, just being real, like Robert said. This is a show we do live all the time. We've done 175 of these things. Had some great guests. It was awesome having you on and sharing your story. And for sure, I'll be down that way. We'll make some content, put out a vlog, FightBook MMA, and if you're in, I'm in.
Hell yeah, brother. You just let me know, man. You're right. One state over, so that's perfect for me. Winslow is probably like 2.5 hours away from me, so that's perfect.
Yeah, I was just out there yesterday. But
that ain't shit, bro. Like your states are so close to each other, man. They're like tiny compared to Texas. It's insane.
Oh, I know.
Rudy's a Texan, of course. Yeah. So,
yeah. Yeah, I mean, New Mexico.
I love Arizona, though, bro. I fucking love it. I love it. I love, you know, the first time I went there and I saw that y'all had dispensaries. I was like, this is fucking amazing. I love this place.
I'll tell you can't beat Arizona, man. Until I'm probably like the biggest ambassador of like Arizona. Like I try to always fucking let people know how great this place, especially Payson, Arizona, where I live. So like, when you think of Arizona, if you've never been out here, and I get the questions all the time, like, oh, just like a big ass desert.
No,
like, no, man. Like, the southern part, like, you know, maybe 33% of the whole state, like the southern part is desert. But I mean, where I live here in Payson, I can drive an hour south and be down in the desert, you know, and do those type of activities. Or I could be right here and I can get snow and rain and I can get all the seasons and, you know, have all these lakes and shit. Or I could go, you know, an hour north and be to where it's like, you know, below zero freezing temperature. So everything you could want, dude, we have everything here in Arizona. Whatever type of life you fucking want, it's all within hours of each other. So this is the greatest state there is.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm inclined to say it's the second greatest state. I mean, I'm from Texas. I love Texas. And the only thing that would make Texas like number one, hands down, anywhere is if they made weed legal, but it won't.
Yeah. Stupid. Yeah. And if Arizona had a beach, right?
Yeah, there you go, bro. There you go. I say we just combine them. We'll just gobble up New Mexico and get rid of that.
Hey, calm down now. Calm down. New Mexico is just kind of like Arizona, okay? We have all the seasons in one day. You know, I was just looking right now. Payson, Arizona, from where I live, is 5 hours away. So
let's just annex all of it, bro. Let's call it New Texas-ona, right?
Hey, I like it, man. I like it.
New Texas-ona.
I like it. You know, it's funny. I used to spend a lot of time in New Mexico too, and there's some beautiful parts of Mexico too, like Members. I used to stay in Members, New Mexico, a lot to visit my grandfather.
I know, like that's
that's just like, you know, Payson. It's got like beautiful trees and everything like that. But so yeah, I've explored New Mexico too, and I spent most time probably like around Deming and Las Cruces. But,
okay.
Oh, nice, Las Cruces.
I've been around. Yeah.
Yeah, Las Cruces. Las Cruces got better, man. I used to live there for like 5 years until I graduated from high school, and then I told my parents, "Peace, going back to Albuquerque."
I like the Southwest way better than the Northeast. Like them states are fucked up. Like New York, oh god, that's a shithole, dude. New Jersey,
man. Man.
Bro, New York.
Not too much of New Jersey. That's the home of the Devils, my hockey team. So not too much of New Jersey.
Yeah.
Home of Jim Miller too. So not
you
too much.
You know what? Since we're on the topic, you freaking Mark, you Canadians throwing all that smoke to New York right now and choking their asses out, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, but you know what? I just want to go, get a little off topic here. In the news lately, there's been a lot of UFO sightings, and the government's, dead set on releasing information. The media is dead set on releasing information. What's your take on UFOs and aliens? Do you think they exist?
Man, so I wouldn't rule it out. I think that if you're gonna take the probability, the probability is that there probably is like a different life form out there. There probably is aliens, right? Now if the aliens are actually how they depict them and the UFOs and this shit and that shit, I don't know if I believe any of what our government is gonna tell us, because they motherfuckers lie to us all the time. But I do believe that there's other life. There is aliens out there somewhere, but I don't believe that whatever their shit, no. I think that stuff like this or stuff you'll see they will be in the news for a week or 2 weeks, all these fucking things to just get the world fighting against each other.
Psyops, bro. That's what they're called.
It's like distractions, bro, for whatever other bullshit they're doing.
Yep.
So
I agree,
that's
bro.
Yeah, I don't really buy in too much of what the government tries to push, because half it's all bullshit.
I fucking hate the government more than anybody I know.
I'm fucking with you, dude. I'm fucking with you.
I'm not. I'm 100% dead serious, bro. I hate the government, bro. The United States government can suck a fat one.
Dude, they're a lot of these governments, they're allowing this world to get soft, man. Fucking soft, dude. There's so many soft ass dudes just making the world harder for the dudes who aren't fucking soft. And it's our government needs to step in and make fucking men again, and a lot of these problems would go away. But they won't. So
it's sad, bro. It's sad, people just I don't know, man. I don't want to get too far off topic.
Right? Yeah, I don't want to go in. No,
that's for our future other podcast.
I could get set off, dude. I could go for hours on subjects like that. They'll make me go Joe Bowman on your ass.
I could tell this is the type of podcast we could come in and either talk about fighting for an hour or talk about whatever for a fucking hour and have a great conversation.
Dude, you're dead right there, man. We are that type of podcast. So,
for the record, New Mexico, we all believe in aliens, UFOs.
Yes, we do.
See them all the time.
We do.
But where Waylon's at in Payson, the Petrified Forest, Winslow, around there, That's kind of the area.
Yeah, you've heard of
what is it? Fire in the Sky, shit right there, bro.
No, have you guys ever seen Fire in the Sky or heard of Fire in the Sky?
Yes.
Yeah, that's so that's in Heber, Arizona. It's about 50 minutes north of me. I've actually lived there before. I lived there in like 6th and 7th grade. But so the phone booth and this is no bullshit. Like I'll take you out if you want to come out, David, and we meet up. You can be on your vlog. But the phone booth that the dude was abducted in that movie, my uncle, he owns the tire shop that phone booth is at. That phone booth's still out there.
Oh shit.
And my uncle owns that shit. So like, David, if you want to come out and get that on your vlog or something, man, I can take you.
Yeah, we do need to put some content together. We do have future plans for an alternate podcast with stuff like that. But as far as MMA combat sports, it's definitely Sitting Ringside. But yeah, that's definitely something we need to make happen before the summer's out. We'll do it.
Especially if you guys are into the UFOs and aliens. That's like a historic site for sure.
I'm not saying it was aliens, but it was aliens.
But it's aliens. I am a huge paranormal, Bigfoot, cryptic, UFO shit, bro. Like huge. I have a video where I caught a shadow person when I took UFC that Isaac Valley flight with me.
Yeah.
I'll get that video and I'm going to send it to you through Facebook Messenger, and that way you can check out my little video I did with Isaac, man. It's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, he's also got a video of Bigfoot's hairy ball sack.
Oh, man. That was Mark sending that shit through our DM chat.
Shit. Bro, like, how could you prove that was Bigfoot's balls? Like, you can't.
I know.
That's just the way that you show people your balls, bro. I'm sick and tired of that joke. You want to see Bigfoot's balls? It's fucked up, dude.
They look so human. They look so human.
They look so human.
See where our producer leads us on the show, Waylon. So see, that's how we do it.
Oh shit!
Hey man, I'm down with that.
That's funny.
I'll tell you, this is the most fun I've had on a podcast. I've done a lot of
Who do you think slaps harder, Bigfoot or the abominable snowman?
Who slaps harder? Oh, I would probably say Snowman, because if that dude's made out of ice, that shit's gonna be, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah, no, true. The abominable snowman of Pasadena.
But oh man. Well, Waylon, thank you so much, brother, for jumping on the show tonight. We really do appreciate it. Thanks to David, reaching out and getting you on. But yeah, man, this was a lot of fun. I hope you had a blast hanging out with us, bro. This is what we do, man. Yeah. This is what our show is all about, man. If you look at our past shows, I mean, with our guests, it's pretty much just like this.
Hell yeah.
We go off the rails.
Yeah,
and I can find you guys on YouTube or anywhere, right?
Yeah. We're on YouTube, Facebook, I love Twitter. I mean, we're everywhere.
I love it. Hell yeah. No, like no lies, dude. Like this is nice. Like this is a nice interview. I love like getting on here and just be able to like chat and just like have fun. It's perfect.
Yeah, bro. And we tell that to all our guests. Be ready, because we're not like this. Exactly.
Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah.
Don't get offended.
And before we let you go, Waylon, if anybody you want to shout out, along the way in your journey in the Power Slap, or just in general, people that support you, that show love, we were going to show you
absolutely.
Love. We're always at FightBook MMA, man. So yeah, go for it.
Absolutely. So, I mean, first and foremost, I mean, I know everyone's heard about it, but Donovan, not even him just getting me started. Like we talking like on a daily basis, and he wants me to get that belt as bad as I want to get that belt, and so definitely want to thank him for, continuing to push me and, make sure I'm getting my training in. And also, Robert Trujillo, man, Robert Trujillo has been like a huge help, like through this whole thing, from when we moved into the house to like, even, he was hyping me up. He's giving me the pep talk right before I went on stage for the last one. So, definitely want to shout out those two guys. And then also, like I said, the whole UFC and SLAP organization is like, they make stuff, easy on you, and they take care of you. And I'm just thankful for the opportunity. And I hope that me and the decision makers can get on the same page soon.
Yeah. And hopefully we can be exclusive to POWERSLAP League, because we've been having a lot of you guys on. We're going to continue to have you guys on and follow the, it's getting bigger and bigger. People are hating. There's haters everywhere. But yeah, man, hearing you guys, just having you on, I know you've done, there's very few interviews and very few people just don't know, and they will know soon enough. And now they know the man, Waylon Ice Cold Frost, man.
I appreciate it. I also want to thank you guys, because you guys you guys put in like the continued effort and stuff to share like our stories, and like help us spread our word. So like you guys are just like is important for this stuff too. And I tell these other guys too, I always extend my appreciation, because like you guys' effort helps us too. So thank you guys.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, man. We really do appreciate it.
And Robert's the man. Travis is the man. Dorian, he's probably next. I got to message him. We'll get him on too. So,
yeah. I'll tell him to get his shit together.
We also had our buddy, a good friend of mine, Paul Teague, on the show too.
Okay,
he was on. Yeah, that's my dog, bro. I've known that fool when he was doing front yard MMA in his house. So. Yeah. So
no. Hopefully he can get on the card too.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I know.
I'm sure he will. He likes to be super active. So yeah, we'd love to see both you guys on a card, and we'll have you both on. We'll do a show.
Yeah, man. If you guys want to do this again, you let me know. Like I said, it's genuine. You got like this was like the most relaxed, most like this is like perfect. This is my type of podcast.
Hell
boys.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's what we like to hear.
Hell yeah, man.
But yeah,
right
thanks
on,
again,
brother.
Waylon. We appreciate you, man. Anytime, I'm gonna hopefully make it down there to Payson. I'm not too far. We'll put some content together. It'll be up on FightbookMMA.com.
Hell yeah, brother. I look forward to it. Thank all you guys, man.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, brother. Have a good night, man.
All right. Peace out.
All right. Later.
Peace.
All right, fellas. We got another good one in the books. Solid interview with another great competitor, POWERSLAP. I told you guys, man, POWERSLAP, has a lot of characters, bro, and we've interviewed quite a few of them already, man. I've enjoyed it from day one, and it's just, I don't know, to me it keeps getting better, man. It's fun. I don't care what anybody says, and the fact that so many people hate on it or were hating on it, I don't see as much hate as I do anymore, but that just kind of made me want to like it.